We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
On today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is, from the General's Hot Sauce, it is Shock and Awe, which is basically, I mean, look, this cap is not fitting right. This is so frustrating. This is a jalapeno sauce. Just usual dog tag here. So here we have, this is right in the way too, of course. Get out of here. Okay, so we have American habanero peppers, distilled white vinegar, salt, and garlic. And I really dislike this. In fact, even before I'm getting to the third one in the heat seeker, which I don't now recall the name of, I can tell you now, I will, after I'm out of that sauce, I will not be buying anything from this company again, because I hate this packaging system. There's something wrong with this cap. It's not in there correctly, you know, and I think I actually need to take that white part out. Well, you know what? Actually, I don't need to take that white part out, because after today, this sauce is going by the label's on crookedly, though. Last time it was on in relation to this. So you can see, though, it is sort of a runny, definitely orange colored habanero, orange habanero type sauce. It also, it again kind of looks like a puree. It's just got such a funky odor to it, though. It's really off-putting. It's not quite gut churning, but it is, it's not pleasant. It's not a pleasant smell. Okay, so let's take a look here at the color. Color is this almost a, I guess, orangey tinging, maybe a little bit to beige or like a brownish in spots. Mostly orange though, pale orange sauce. Actually, kind of almost looks like a, it reminds me of carrots a little bit, but okay, let's do this onerous task now. Salt, slight habanero, and then just this wrenching bitterness behind everything. Oh, that is not pleasant. This is not a good sauce by itself. I don't like that. It is really salty. There's 3 X's on this. So I don't know if that's supposed to mean heat or what. This definitely is hotter than the dead red, but it really isn't madly so. Definitely it's enough to notice, but I mean, it's on level with what you'd expect from a habanero. So today, speaking of habaneros, now when I used to make chili, I would always get 2-3 fresh habaneros, cut them in two. So I thought, you know, I haven't made chili for quite a while, like a really long time, and instead of cutting in some orange habaneros, I could just use this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make what I call dump chili. So you're going to watch me make it. I'm going to put it all together, which we'll be doing momentarily here. And then I'm going to use this in the cooking. And then once it's done, we're going to see how it is. And then I'm going to pour some more of this on it. And I think this is going to be the best way of using this, just because this stuff is so unpleasant when it's sort of the dominant taste of things. So let's just get into the mission of dump chili. And you can see pretty much easily why I call this dump chili, because all we're going to be doing is taking the different components. So let's go through this real quick. So we have red pepper chili flakes, we have canned chicken, green peppers, the sauce, a bowl of mushrooms, ranch style beans, we have black beans, we have kidney beans, we have chili powder, of course, black pepper, cumin, and fire roasted tomatoes, 2 cans of those. So now I usually will throw in garlic, sometimes a little bit of mustard, and either habaneros, sometimes some fresh cut up jalapenos. This time we're not going to be doing quite any of that, so we're going to start with the ranch style beans. These do have jalapenos in them. Okay. Then we're going to throw in one of the cans of tomatoes. I love the fire roasted tomatoes. Then we're going to throw in a can of this chicken. Then we're going to throw in the green peppers. Then we're going to throw in the kidney beans. I just leave the juice in this. Some people drain it, I never do. Then we're going to throw in the black beans. And get another can of chicken in here. There we go. And one more can of tomatoes. There we go. Okay, now for the spices. So chili powder, I usually just sprinkle till I think I have enough. And then I'll just usually leave that over by the cooker so I can add more if necessary. The cumin, I think I'm going to need more chili powder though. And I just gauge by eyeball. And red pepper flakes. If I have hot shot, I usually will throw that in. There we go. Black pepper. Okay, black pepper, and so now we know that this hot sauce. I think we'll use more. Whatever I don't use, I'm just gonna pour on the chili later to try it, and then I'm gonna bin the rest. So I'm not gonna be afraid to throw it in there. So I don't add garlic to this because there's garlic in that and there's garlic in the tomatoes. I'm not adding salt because that sauce is very salty. All right, so I'm just gonna give this a quick stir. Smelling overly like that hot sauce, which is kind of nerve-wracking. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is throw mushrooms in there. Now, I know a lot of people get weirded out by this, throwing mushrooms in chili, but you see I didn't add any extra water. So kind of what we're going with here is the idea that as these things cook down, they're going to add water to the proceedings, plus they will have the additional benefit of absorbing a lot of that flavor. So let's throw this in here. Now, I don't know if this actually works, this Instant-Pot. There we go. not good if I'm not gonna do it right. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if this works. This was something that I wound up acquiring after somebody moved out, and I think there might be some reference to that in the old blog as well. So we're just going to go with slow cook, and let's put it on for 3 hours. So we'll come back and check it in 3 hours, and I don't know what it's doing. I don't know, I'm going to say it started. I have no idea. I don't know how to use this thing. I've never used it. I don't use it very often, I guess I should say. So I might look for the directions too. But anyway, we're going to come back in 3 hours, stir it up, see how it is, and I'm either going to give it another hour or two. Usually I let these go for 6 hours or so, but in a crock pot, but I don't know how this is going to be. So anyway, we'll give it 3 hours, see how it is. We'll come back then, check it out, and then we'll either pick up from there or it'll cook a little bit longer and then we'll pick up after that. Alright, we're not quite to that point yet, but I'm a little excited here, so let's open it up, take a little look-see here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh. Mm-hmm. Boy, I wish you could smell this. Really, we just needed the peppers to be cooked down. Those are pretty much ready. Getting some steam here. And you can see the mushrooms. That's why I like them whole. So you can get a little bit of those. So let's get this out of the steam. Let's just dish this up some here. Yeah, let's just get a little. Want some of them mushrooms. Tell you start putting that in your chili, that is a game changer. And this, of course, being chicken chili, is a little healthier. It's a little on the healthier side. So let's. Oh, I hate these lids. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got the bowl of chili right here. Look at that. Delicious looking bowl of chili. And let's just get to the getting. Okay, so let's start with just some of this by itself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is a delight. It's a little touch on the bitter side, though. I think this is reading through more than I thought it was going to. Mm-hmm. One of those mushrooms in there. Beautiful. I mean, this isn't bad, but I think I prefer to use fresh habaneros. Do you know how much vinegar I put in my chili when I'm making it normally? Go ahead and take a guess, I'll wait. None. Put none in there. Alright, so let's just throw a little of this on here so we can try it. That's no good. Okay, you go over there. So, I don't know about you. Some people like sour cream. I like just a little bit of cheese. It's just a Mexican style blend here. I like just a little cheese in here. There is a good amount of spice to this chili from the sauce. And I might throw a little bit more of that sauce in there. Just delicious. It really doesn't need additional heat. It's quite good as it is. I don't usually put sour cream in unless I get it really, really hot. This one I'm just enjoying the flavors all coming together. With chicken chili, I didn't do it this time, but you can also throw some corn in there as well. Now for me, I like a little bit of fresh flame roasted corn. Cook off a little bit of that moisture first. But this is still, it'll level out after sitting, cooling. This is still a bit runny, even though you saw I didn't put any water at all in there. This is just tremendous. These mushrooms are a game changer. If you can find smaller ones, the better. But I got onto those actually through buying a crock pot. And with that crock pot came a recipe for something called male chauvinist chili. That had chunks of steak, hot Italian sausage, bacon, and it was really, really interesting. Now, obviously, it's not very healthy. Like at all. But it's excellent. It's a good recipe, so that's where I started getting the idea of whole mushrooms, because that was in there. And a lot of times what I will do, if I'm making chili with beef, is I'll just go and get a pack of the stew meat. I don't brown it, I don't sear it. That was excellent. And I won't sear it, I won't do anything. I'll just throw the whole kit and caboodle in there. And I'll just let it cook. I prefer to do the chili overnight. But this one, I've never tried it in an Insta-Pot before. I think it came out okay. I mean, the flavor-wise with the cheese is fantastic. No question about that. This was the last shot for this. And I think it was successful. It definitely made a nice bit of round warm heat to it, but this is not worth keeping just for me to cook with. And it's just, for me, this is a very poor sauce. It's salty. I don't really like the flavoring in it particularly. I get the novelty, 86% peppers, etc., etc. I mean, I get all that. But when I would rather have fresh peppers, and this is the last ditch for this thing, I think that kind of speaks for itself. So, excellent chili. Hopefully, you guys. Chili is one of those things where it's. I mean, I say it with a lot of things. It's kind of one of those things that's hard to get wrong. You know, as long as you're judicious with the spices and you're balancing things out. I mean, you saw what I did as a dump chili. Not much more than dumping things in a can and letting all that spice meld and gel together. So, hopefully some of these videos have inspired some of you guys to do a little cooking and play with your own recipes. I don't usually cook with hot sauce other than on the grill, but or if I'm making collard greens, but I figured this would put it in the best light. But again, adding extra into the chili was not what I would say was super desirable. So definitely a really, really hardcore miss for me, I must say. And I still have one on deck from these guys, and we'll get to that, of course, in 2022 as well. But that is going to do it for this one. The General's Shock and Awe Hot Sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.